Hey folks, today we're out in the field checking out a great Pheasants Forever habitat project here that's providing significant value for pheasants, quail, monarch butterflies, honeybees, grassland songbirds, all kinds of wildlife. And if you want your next habitat project to have this kind of significant value, we're going to talk about how the key is in the foundation of your project. I'm in a 9-year-old CRP field that had a prescribed fire conducted on it 63 days ago, and look at it now. This project has all the hallmarks for what I want to see in great wildlife habitat. Things like blooming wildflowers throughout the entire growing season, a high diversity of plants out here with a balance between the grasses and the wildflowers. And when I look down on the ground, I see bare open areas on the ground that are critically important for things like pheasant and quail chicks, as they need to be able to move about as they forage for insects, all the way to nesting sites for our native bees. Hey, a properly designed and managed habitat project has it all. Here are some of my keys to how we can make your next habitat project the best it can be. First, it's all about the foundation. Put all the thought and time and energy that you can into designing your mixture and how you're going to plant it and how you're going to manage it early on, because that will determine years and years worth of habitat success. Next, always try to have as much diversity in your seeding mixture as possible. When I'm designing seeding mixtures, I like to have 40, 50, even 60 different wildflower species in the mixture, because we know that the more wildflower species in your mixture, the more pollinator species your habitat project will benefit. Let's make sure that we're using the correct wildflower species in your project. Correct based on your geography, the amount of precipitation that you receive, and your soil type. We also want to make sure that when we're building your seeding mixture, that it's being designed based on the updated methods of seeds per square foot, as opposed to the more outdated pounds per acre. Watch for a future habitat tip on this critical update to how your habitat project is designed. Let's think about how our project is planted and when it's planted. High diversity wildflower seedings need to be planted at a very, very shallow depth, no deeper than 1/4 of an inch. And we also know that high diversity seedings seem to do best in a fall dormant seeding as opposed to a spring planting. Management in the future will be critical to your success, because we know that there's nothing that we can do where we plant wildlife habitat, walk away from it, and always have great habitat. Thinking about things like a prescribed fire in the future, like was conducted on this project, can be a great management tool. And most importantly, contact a Pheasants Forever or Quail Forever wildlife biologist. They can help you design every one of these key steps to make sure that your project is the best that it can be. If you want your next habitat project to have this kind of diversity and wildlife benefit, we can make that happen. Because designing your next habitat project with the foundations for future success, that's great habitat.